In this video, I am going to share with you a little bit of information about some of the presidents that hopefully will clear up any major confusion because some of the names are repeated in the Super Simple President song. So the first thing that I want to note is that this strange star and where we say Cleveland served his second non-consecutive term, what does that mean? Well, presidents are elected to a 4-year term as president, and then they can run for re-election for another 4-year term. So typically, presidents, in fact, all of the people who have been president for more than one term served those terms back to back, with the exception of Grover Cleveland. So this is the only time where we see a last name that is the same, where it's the same person. So Grover Cleveland served one 4-year term, and then Harrison beat him out, and then Cleveland ran against Harrison again and won, so he served another term as president, but they were not back to back. They were not consecutive terms. So, again, just to clarify, this is the only time where we see the same name, where it is the same person. There are several other instances where we see the same name, but they were two different people. And they were usually related, usually very closely related, but I'll go through who those were. So starting back at the beginning, this would be John Adams, and his son was John Quincy Adams. So that is the first set. The next set is actually a grandfather and a grandson. So this is William Henry Harrison, and then here we see his grandson Benjamin Harrison. So that's the only grandfather and grandson set. However, we do have another father-son set, but before I get to that, we have two Roosevelts as well. So this Roosevelt was Teddy Roosevelt, or Teddy Roosevelt for short. Theodore Roosevelt was his full name. And then if you've heard of FDR, that stands for Franklin Delano Roosevelt. And they were related, but actually Teddy Roosevelt was an uncle to Eleanor Roosevelt, who was FDR's wife. And then we have the two Bushes. So typically for this Bush, we just say George Bush. On occasion, you might hear George H.W. Bush, which stands for George Herbert Walker Bush, and then just George W. Bush, which is George Walker Bush. So this was another father and son. So hopefully those are some notes that clarify if there's some confusion about any names repeating in the Super Simple President song. Part of what makes it super simple is we don't worry about first and middle names, and yet I encourage you to use this as a launching pad to learn more about American history and learn more about these individuals who served the U.S. as president. And for now, if you don't know your presidents, I encourage you to keep it simple. So with that, I'm going to run through the song one more time using the visuals, and we'll get our stomp clap going, and then we do extra claps when we see the yellow triangles. Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Adams, Jackson, Van Buren, Harrison, Tyler, Polk, Taylor, Fillmore, Pierce, Buchanan, Fillmore, Pierce, Buchanan, Lincoln, Johnson, Grant, Hayes, Garfield, Arthur, Cleveland, Harrison, served his second non-consecutive term. McKinley, Roosevelt, Taft, Wilson, Harding, Coolidge, Hoover, Roosevelt, Truman, Eisenhower, Kennedy. And the last one, if I can get this separated. Johnson, Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, Trump. These are the presidents. Well, I hope you found that to be super simple, and I encourage you to check out the other videos that can help with memorization. The song is also downloadable both with and without lyrics. And finally, there is a downloadable set of PDFs that can also aid in memorization using these same visuals. So thanks for your time. Hope you found that helpful. Bye-bye.